Hey, what's up, everybody? Brinks Trades coming to you live with another week of breakdowns. I know it's late, but I wanted to get the charts going on for this week and just have something you guys can revisit and watch throughout the week, and probably something so I can also reference on Sundays. So really, what I wanted to do is just kind of share my screen and kind of go do a very very quick chart breakdown of the indices and currency markets for this upcoming week. So first things first, I'm actually going to start with Forex Factory. I know I usually don't do this, but I always forget at the end of the call, so I just want to make sure that I do this. So coming into Forex Factory, there's not a ton of red folder news. We do know that the president every Sunday, it feels like every Friday and Sunday, he always has a call or always has a tweet that goes into the markets and usually kind of affects the way the markets open up. So I really want to take a look at that. But as far as red folder news, there's not a ton that we have going on this week. We have some 8:30 if you're in the Eastern Standard Time core retail sales red folders on Tuesday. Nothing on Wednesday. Thursday, we have some GBP and Euro news. So if you trade London session, you might want to take a look at that. And then Friday, there's nothing. So no real crazy news as of this week. But again, we do know there's a situation that's going on overseas. So want to be very careful about the positions that we take, and go from there. So going over to the charts, going over to the charts, I want to break down euro, dollar, and then look at some of the indices. I'm going to keep things light. Obviously the assets that I've really been focusing on the past couple weeks and months has really been more currency based because I know it's going to be less affected by what's going on over there in Iran. And it's going to be a little bit more predictable in the indices markets. There's just a ton of volatility that happens. And if you get caught in the wrong tweet, unfortunately, that kind of adds a whole new layer of what's going on overseas. So I'm just trying to stay away from any type of news or any type of crazy volatility that could happen. So it's about 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right now, obviously. So the markets are officially open for the week already. If you look at dollar index, we can see here, and I'm going to make myself smaller so you guys can look at this smaller, not bigger. Let's do that. There we go. So if you look here, you can see that the markets have opened up for the week, and we actually opened up with a gap. Again, we want to make sure that we're looking at our new week opening gaps because we know that these are levels that the market's going to want to revisit throughout the week. So let's get this open real quick. So again, we can see the market gap up between Friday and obviously Sunday night going into Monday. So just want to mark that new week opening gap again. It's going to be something the market's probably going to revisit all week. I'm going to make this white just so we can see this. So high level, again, you can see over the past couple, honestly, the last couple weeks we've been in a downtrend, but we've traded back into this range that I thought the market was going to at least respect. And we started trading to the high end of this. I was like, okay, cool, we might start running higher, but we're still in chop. So the worst place to be in the middle of a zone is honestly the middle of the zone, the consolidation area. So ideally, I did say long term, if we look at the weekly time frame on dollar, I do expect the dollar to continue to drop down. Again, my target level is $89. We're sitting at about $98 here. But if you take a look out at the weekly time frame, kind of see the price action here, we can see some bearish action. But overall, just been consolidating and chopping really since June of last year. So it's almost been a year of us just sitting in chop, which is terrible. If you guys notice, I haven't really taken a ton of trades these past couple weeks, months. I might get one or two off a week, maybe, but it's really been slow the last couple months. This is probably the slowest in the last 10 years that I've ever seen the markets run. So it's really been kind of dead. So with that in mind, you don't really want to force positions. You still will get a good setup. There's going to be fewer and far between. And so you really got to manage your risk very tightly. And, when you see the opportunity to take it. So ideally, again, I think we're going to run bearish for the week. So I want to see if we can come back down and take the low of last week right? It's going to be Friday. Here at the 97.40 level. Again, I want to see if the market can continue to run back down. I took that low on the way to taking this. I'm really just looking for one good setup. Again, you guys know my Asian range strategy. So really just kind of seeing how the market reacts coming out of London in alignment with the overall 4-hour bias. So we'll see though. But again, I want to see the market potentially run bearish. So that means bullish on euro. And euro and pound are running a little bit easier to read here. So we had a very, very big bullish run starting last week. So I just want to see if we can come back up and take the high of this again. So I will be seeing if we can get a run up to the overall high of 1.191 if you're trading euro futures, and see if we can respect this fair value gap that's sitting right there. If we jump to the 4-hour time frame, you can see the market did break structure here. So I do want to see if the market can respect this level. This level here at the 1.16 level is going to be my fail-safe. So I'm just going to note this is my fail-safe level. If we run below here, then potentially the market's going to run a lot lower. So just want to see what happens here. Not really looking to really take anything unless it's very clear and obvious. And this kind of looks, it's not the cleanest chart. If you look at pound futures, same idea here. I mean, we did technically break structure on the 4-hour. So, but overall, I do want to see the market run back higher. I mean, there's not really, if I can pull up GBP, USD. We did gap down as well here too. So, but overall, I do want to see the market come back up and take the highs here on the way to our overall target, which is 1.3874. And then I'm just going to look at NQ and ES really quickly, but there's really nothing here that I feel crazy comfortable with. ES to our all-time highs, we're trading at 7,000. So, and then same thing with NQ, we're trading at 26,694. So all-time highs here. The only thing you can do is really just wait for the market to take the high and see if it wants to trade back in. So ideally, I would love for the markets to retrace and then take the high. If I had a level that I wanted to see the market retrace to, it probably would be the 50% level of this overall range, which is here, right? So it would be something like that and then take off. But ideally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to probably keep shooting up. So just looking for very short, choppy trades of really just, again, taking our highs of Asia and running them into the low of Asia and taking it to the high of Asia on a lot of these currency and assets and indice assets. There's really not too much here that I'm really interested in at first glance. But again, if we see a good setup there, then I will take it. So I could see us taking out the low on Sunday and trading into this gap here, definitely. So something like this on YM. Again, filling into that gap, but then taking out the overall high again. So basically, long story short, I'm bearish on dollar. I want to see the dollar continue to run lower. ES, same, bullish, NQ bullish, and then the currency assets bullish as well. So ideally, it's what we're looking at. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the chat. Thanks.